Alright, John Oaks here with Hankster's Hot Rods today in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And today we're going to go over our latest addition to our inventory. This is a 1970 Chevrolet C10 Stepside pickup truck here, as you can see. Now ours is done in kind of like a reddish orange exterior. It's a really nice looking paint job on the car. Nice, smooth and shiny all the way around. All of the bright work on this vehicle, the bumpers, all the trim around the grille and the windows and so forth like that, all of that's in really good shape. As we walk around, you can kind of see that. Now on our truck here, we do have on these front fenders, we've got the 350 emblems down here. That is what's underneath the hood, and we'll get to looking at that motor here in just a minute as we work our way around the vehicle. As you can see, as far as wheels and tires that this thing's sitting on, it's got a set of 15 by 8. These are the steel factory style rally truck wheels for it. It's got the beauty rings with the spinner centers on them here, as you can see. Real nice looking set of wheels there. And as far as tires, again, a very popular tire with all the old school, you know, muscle car and hot rod type guys. The BF Goodrich radial TA tires. Now these are 275/60 R15s. On both the front and the rear of the vehicle, and the tread on them is really good. So again, nice wheels and tires to go with on this old classic 70s truck. Now again, all the body panel fitment, very nice for a truck of this age. You can see your gaps to the front side and the rear side of the door here, pretty uniform. You can see your drip rail moldings. Now they've been painted to match the rest of the exterior of the truck. So again, you're not going to have anything that kind of stands out on here. Now the actual rain gutters, if you feel through here, they're going to be nice and smooth the whole way around on this. The windows and the sides here, the doors, again, you can see slightly tinted. You've got the vent windows along with your roll-up windows here. Again, the windows are in great shape, the glass on these things. There's no chips, cracks. I don't even think I see any scratches to speak of really on this thing. Just really nice glass, so at least on this side. We do have both the driver and passenger side mirror. They are chrome mirrors, so that is in good shape on all of them. The glass is in good condition too. Door handles, again, they're not all pitted up. Really nice condition there. And you're going to notice too, you've got your chrome gas cap lid here. And as a matter of fact, this is where the fuel tank is filled from. It's got the stock location fuel tank in it. When we go underneath there, you'll see that there's no fuel tank underneath it to speak of. So again, this is it. You do have the molding here that goes around the back side of the cab. That's nice and straight, polished up really well also. We're going to open our door up. We'll check the interior in this too. Really nice interior for a truck like this. You'll see the bench seat up front. It's done in a red and black Houndstooth style interior and upholstery there. The dash itself painted black with the red dash pad to match everything. And then of course your door panels there, as you can see, red painted doors with the black door panels installed with the armrest there. Now as far as the gauges in the dash, those are all factory style gauges, all working as a matter of fact. Got the factory style steering wheel with column mount shifter there. Also it's got a custom Autosound old style radio, AM FM radio that bolts right into the stock location. No modifying of the dash is needed for a radio like that. And all the seat belts are present. Carpeting's in great shape, and again it's got the painted headliner in it also. Doors shut really nice on it. Again, you don't have to shut them. Again, the weather stripping is all in good shape there. So again, it should not leak with any of the outside elements there. Now again, as I mentioned, this is your Stepside style bed here. This is all metal. So again, no fiberglass anywhere. Good, solid metal on this truck. We'll come back along to the back here and get you to the tailgate now. Now the tailgate is tethered. You can see it does have the chains here that hold it up. It's got your hooks there too that help hold it in place too. Nice steel tailgate there. You get to see the Chevrolet embossed in that tailgate as well. Now we'll go ahead. I usually will undo the tethers here so we can tilt this down and just show you the bed a little easier. So let's go ahead and do that. Now again, you don't want to just let this fall. because without the tethers on it, there's nothing to really hold it. But you can see there, the back side of the tailgate, that's all painted nice, the same color as the rest of the exterior of the vehicle. Of course, your bed insides, those are all painted too. You don't see any nicks or chips in any of that. And again, the oak bed floor with the stainless slats and stainless bolts in there also. Again, very nice truck here as far as the bed goes too. So we'll go ahead and put this back up and put our chain tethers up here again so that does not fall down. There you go, that's all it takes. Nice chrome rear bumper here. And again, your tail lights, you can see lenses on these things. There's no cracks or chips in any of those, in neither that nor your backup or reverse light lenses. So we'll come around the passenger side now. Of course, all of your side marker lights and lenses, those are all in good shape. We've already discussed wheels, tires, trim rings, and such like that. Bedsides along the passenger side here now, those are in great shape too. When we get to our cab now on this side, you're just going to go ahead and check the gaps and elevations with this door here. Again, same as what you had on the other side. Very nice panel fitment all the way around on this truck. We'll open up the door from this side, again, just to kind of give you the vantage point from both sides here so you can take a look at the upholstery. There's no rips or tears anywhere. The carpeting, no rips or fading to speak of. And again, your dash pad up there, no cracks in that whatsoever. So again, very nice interior to go along with the exterior on this vehicle. So we'll just kind of walk our way forward here. We'll get to the front of the vehicle. Now again, this is just your typical 1970s C10 front grille here. Black and the chrome grille. You got your bow tie emblem up there on the front side of that hood. This is a steel hood too. So again, you can check the fitment on that. Your gaps and your elevations on this big steel hood, that's in great condition also. Front windshield, same thing. No cracks, no chips whatsoever on this. Very nice glass, like I said, all the way around on this vehicle. And then of course, as I mentioned to start with, chrome bumpers here. You've got your headlights here. These are just your traditional sealed beam headlights. Glass lenses, no cracks or chips in those. Again, your parking lights up here too. Those lenses are in great shape too. Now let's go ahead and open up our hood. Let me find our latch. There we go. And we'll get you lifted up. So now we can go underneath the hood now and talk about what we've got here. So first and foremost, the underside of the hood on this steel hood has been painted same color as the exterior of the car. The rest of the engine compartment here all blacked out as they should be. So what we have in here now for an engine, this is a small block Chevy 350 cubic inch motor. Ours has the Edelbrock air cleaner lid on it with the air filter. It does have an Edelbrock carburetor underneath there too, a single feed 4-barrel carburetor. It does have stainless braided fuel lines on it with a fuel filter. It's got the chrome valve covers on it there too with breathers. It has the upgraded HEI ignition in it as well. So that's going to help deliver a little better spark to it. You've got an upgraded set of plug wires here. These are MSD Street Fire wires here. Again, a good plug wire to help deliver that spark to the engine. Now for the exhaust on this motor, it's got a really nice set of center dump cast iron exhaust manifolds. It does have dual exhaust, dual mufflers, and tailpipes that exit out right underneath the rear quarters, one on each side. Factory or stock style radiator in this truck, along with the plastic fan shroud. Looks like it has a probably a 6-blade fan, it looks like, in there. And then as far as the steering and the brakes, it does have power steering, manual brakes, but the brakes on this thing, it's a disc brake up front, drums on the rear. Stopping is not an issue with it. Again, the disc brakes up front really stop very well on this vehicle. So that's the power plant. Now as far as the transmission, we've already mentioned it was automatic from that column shifter in there. It's a turbo 350 automatic transmission. And then as far as the rear end, it is a 12-bolt GM truck rear end, 273 gear in that rear end. So that's your drive line. We've been all around the outside. We've seen the interior of it too, checked out the bed. So now what we're going to do is get this on our lift so we can show you the complete underside of the vehicle. And then once we have that all done for you, we'll fire this 350 small block Chevy up and we'll let you hear what that sounds like. Alright, so we're underneath our 1970 C10 Chevrolet pickup truck here. We're going to go through the underside of this as we always do. Going from front to back, talking about frame, floors, suspension, steering, braking, exhaust system, driveline, all of that stuff. So we'll just get started right on it here. Up front, as far as this truck goes, we've got pretty much your standard front suspension here. Got your stock cross member, which looks to be in great condition. Stock control arms, your stamped steel components here, both upper A-arms and your lower control arms there. Again, pretty much your stock suspension. You got your shocks that mount off of the back sides of those lower control arms. Of course, your typical springs up here too in between the frame and the lower control arms. Now, as far as the steering goes on this truck, it is power steering. Our tie rods here to the front side, you can't really see those, but we've looked them over. All of the ball joints are in good shape. All of the rubber dust boot covers are all intact also, so they're going to keep the grease in, keep dirt and debris out away from those ball joints. Same thing with the ball joints here on our lower control arms. Those are all in good shape, as well as the upper A-arms as well. So all of that looks good. Everything's been greased up. You can tell it's been maintained very well underneath this car. As far as the brakes on this car, they are power brakes. We do have, or wait, no, they're manual brakes. So manual brakes on this car, and they are disc up front. And again, these are just your typical, you know, front calipers and so forth. You'll be able to pick those up at a regular auto parts store if you need to. And then drum brakes out on the rear of the car. Now, while we're underneath the front here, we might as well go through the drive line on this truck. So right over top of us here, we've got a small block Chevy 350 cubic inch motor here. Right behind that, a turbo 350 automatic transmission. Now, as I'm looking at the pan on the transmission, as well as the pan on the engine, everything looks to be dry and free of any leaks or drips. On our transmission, we do have the flywheel cover here, so that's going to keep dirt and debris out and away from that, and possibly causing any kind of like a premature chipping of that flywheel. As far as the exhaust, as we see that hanging down here, it starts with a set of center dump cast exhaust manifolds at the motor, and then of course we've got the dual exhaust coming back here, and then they've got it routed here. You've got your dual mufflers, and of course tailpipes that go up over top of the rear end, and then they kick out here and exit right underneath the sides of the quarter panels on this truck. Drive shaft is a balanced unit here. You got your weighting on both the front and the rear of the drive shaft there, so that's going to eliminate a lot of vibration that you might have in your drive line. And then as far as the rear end goes, this is a 12-bolt truck rear end, and the gear that's in here is a 278 gear ratio. The rear suspension, you can see this is the stock suspension for this truck. You've got these big long arms here with the coil springs, and then what looks to be a fairly new set of just regular gas charged shocks here on the back of the vehicle. So again, like I said, all pretty much stock suspension on this truck. Now for the wheels and tires, that's kind of going to finish everything up as far as the suspension, steering, and all that goes. We do have a set of 15x8. These would be the stock style truck rally wheels for it, along with the correct trim rings and spinner centers that are on these particular wheels. Again, like I said, 15/8, and then as far as the tires, BF Goodrich radial TA tires. Size on these are 275/60 R15s on all four corners, and as you can see, the tread on all four tires looks to be really, really good. Frame and floors now. So we've already started kind of up here at the front with the front cross member. As far as the frame itself, frame is nice and straight the whole way back on this truck. Looks to be in good shape. All of the floors underneath here too, as I'm looking, those look to be in pretty good shape too. I do see one, looks like a patch right here, and again, it's done correctly. It was cut out super nice and neat. the correct pan put underneath here, and then seam sealed all the way around. So that all looks good. Your steps here on the sides, those all look to be in good shape too. And again, the bed on this, it's kind of like your Stepside style bed. All of the metal on that is in great shape. And the flooring underneath here for the bed, all wood flooring, and that looks to be in great condition too underneath here as well. As far as the fuel tank on this vehicle, I am guessing, because I do not see it underneath here, that it is probably right still in the stock location. So you should probably have a gas fill neck up there right in the side of the cab. Because again, I do not see it underneath here. Other than that, you've got your cross member here where your rear suspension links come off of, and that's also cut out and kind of doubles as a drive shaft loop also. So that's a good safety feature to have on the vehicle. Your transmission mount, that's nice and straight too. The actual tail shaft mount itself is in good condition too. I'm even looking at the seal on your transmission here. No leaks or drips that I see from that. Everything looks nice and dry. So with that said, that's everything for underneath. We're gonna go ahead and drop this down off the lift now. We'll go underneath the hood where we'll fire up that engine, let you hear what that small block Chevy sounds like.